Hello everybody and welcome back to the last episode of Edgewater, Saskatchewan, and I've loved it. Obviously being a new channel, I haven't got a lot of content going on anyway, so this has been the longest running series in the channel. You could say the story mode is kind of what I started doing, but that's in its third series now, isn't it? Whereas this particular one has been 50 episodes on this one map. 50 episodes. Yeah. I'm kind of sad, actually. Maybe it's hitting me a little bit now. I might miss this map a tiny bit, but honestly, the new one, it's going to be even better. It's going to be even better. So, we're literally shutting down everything today. Shutting the whole lot down. We're going to start with selling the silage, which should hopefully now be entirely ready to go. Maybe. Let's just have a look. How much silage is actually in here? 81,000 litres. Right, let's just have a look. How much have we actually got, and is it all sorted? No, not even close. But it will be, it's fine. I'm not too worried about that. What about here? Yep. A lot of it. There's so much. Right, well we're just going to get on with it and start selling it, because this is going to be a constant thing for me today. An absolute constant. So there's going to be a lot of chopping. I'm not going to record the whole lot, because it would just be too much. But while I'm making this trip, I do a bit of driving. So we'll load up the honey that's there. And any odd pallets that have appeared, it's probably some maple syrup. And I'm quite sure now that there must be 2, maybe even 3 pallets of fabric ready to go. So we want to get that gone as well. It's not going to be sold at its best value, obviously, but it is better than nothing, isn't it? We've also got to get rid of the pigs, but I'm not going to do that with the trailer. They're only young ones, they're not worth a great deal, so we'll just sell them from the pen. Don't normally like to do that, but we'll just role play the new farmer wanted a few, maybe. Then we've got to, sell the last few bits of equipment once the silage is gone. Hopefully hit that £1 million, and then we've got to start destroying everything we've built. We've got to destroy it all. What a shame. It's very quiet on the roads this morning. The traffic is still turned on, but where is it all? Where is it all? The first of many loads today. Can I make this without hitting the bin? Probably not. A little bit later. I mean, to be fair, it's still kind of close to getting 500 a litre. It's gone down a tiny bit more because, of course, we are in the next month now. We are in July. And I'm not going to lie, put all of that work and effort into it, I probably will skip forward into August just to sell the last bit of silage. So whatever month I finish this mapping, I want to start the next map, the Alma, Missouri map, in the same month. So if we spend too long waiting for that silage, we potentially might miss out on part of the season when we get to the next map. See, look at that, look. August, September tends to be the kind of time to do harvesting. And I'm assuming Missouri is probably quite similar, maybe, in terms of its sort of planting and harvest seasons. So if we were to be here until September, we'll be starting a new map with not a great deal to do, really, throughout that whole time period. Now, the two pieces of land which come with the starter section, which I will buy. I've already done a little preview on that. If you haven't seen it, have a look. But they both, I think, they default to grass, which is fine, but I've done so much of it. I've done so much of it at the minute. I think you'll get fed up with it. I think I'm getting fed up with it. So I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I will make some slight tweaks. I'm going to reload it on a new save, and if it keeps loading up as grass every time, I'll do a few little easy dev tweaks just off of screen before I start the series officially on Crossplay, just so that the maps, they're a bit more random maybe. They don't just produce the grass, and we'll see what crops we end up with. No, this is the other field. As tempting as it is, which it really isn't, that does actually look not far off being able to cut again. No, let's not do that. Okay, this is going to be a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. It's trip number 2, just unloaded now. What do we make? Again, it's going down. It's slightly under 25,000 per load now, so we are getting a bit less than 500 per 1,000. That map creator has put that bin there on purpose just to annoy me. I know it. I know it. Right, I don't think I'm going to keep showing this because it's going to get a little bit tedious. So I'm going to do a few more loads and then I'll jump you back in when we're doing something different. Something a bit different. Okay, right, I've brought you back in. So, what have I done? So many loads of silage, but it's all sold. You will notice we are now in August, so I did skip it forward one more month, but I don't want to do any more than that. It's all sold. The silage is all sold. Look at the number in the top corner. $1,039,190. Wow. Absolutely wow. And it isn't done yet. It isn't done yet. I've brought all of this down. Hopefully it's in the trigger. I don't know. I just kind of shoved it all in, to be honest. But I've brought it all down. We're going to sell all of that now. We've still got fabric and a few other random pallets, maple syrup and things, just to get rid of. And then we will shut the farm down. Ready for the next farmer. It's the end of an era, this is. Anyway, let's just get all of this repainted. So that is worth £41,953. I think that might be one of the only pieces of kit that I bought brand new. So I've caused £379 worth of damage to that tractor. Also got a random little notification then as well, like a little achievement for repairing vehicles, because I never do it. Most of you probably got that in the first week. Right, 32,319 for the tractor. Wow. This here, let's repair that, repaint it, and sell that. 2,267. And repair, yeah. Repaint and sell that. £1,000 for that. It's not bad, is it? This doesn't need repairing, which is great. £23 to repaint it. Sell that. £834. Good. The plough obviously wasn't in the trigger. That's annoying. I'll have to whack it in with something. I'll use their JCB. This you can actually pick up and move, so that's fine. Luckily I remembered where it was on the map. Right, let's just move that plough with the JCB. Right, it should be in there now. Move this over here away again so I don't accidentally sell it. I don't really want to do that. There we go. Right, repaint it. Repair it for £1 or $1. Surprised at that. We used that quite a bit as well, right at the beginning. Sell that. £1,500 that's still worth. Amazing. Right, that's not all of the equipment, by the way. We've still got this. We've still got that. We've still got the little John Deere. And loads of fabric. Loads of fabric. Wow. Do you know, when I first said, I wonder if we'll make $1 million, I was seriously doubting myself. And I will actually, I'll give it to you, Northern Family Farms. I don't know if we would have made $1 million if it wasn't for throwing that idea in my head about making silage. Yeah, maybe we wouldn't have done, actually. Not too sure. Anyway, right, let's get this loaded up. I'll just do 2 at a time. The John Deere does struggle with the weight. Still giving us more as well. Wow. This won't be worth its full value though. It's not going to go at 11,000 per pallet again. Should still be a half decent amount though. Got at this rate, I'm wondering if we're going to get 1.5 million, let alone $1 million. Turn that off a minute. I'm going to have to take a very slow drive down to the shop with that in a moment. Let's deactivate this now. Yeah, look, it's on 92 litres. It's the right sort of time to do that, isn't it? Okay. Let's turn that one off. Done. So we lost out in a little bit of straw, but it doesn't matter. Let's turn the lettuce off as well. And the rest of it is all off now. Okay. Here we go. Start to clear up the yard. Okay, we'll just stop off at the sheep. Just say, well, just say hello and goodbye. I'll shut the gate so they at least don't run away. Oh, I seen you darting for the gate then. Haven't had to do a lot with these, you know. Haven't really done much with sheep at all, in fact. So maybe that's still kind of an animal we can consider I've not done properly on the channel. Yeah, so maybe I'll consider sheep in the next series. Now we have got a bit of wool, so we'll have to go grab the John Deere a minute. We've also got to get that towed back, and we'll sell the sheep. Let's go get the John Deere a minute. I wonder how much wool is actually worth, you know, because I've not done anything to maintain these sheep since I've put them in here. They've just been breeding and producing wool. So, yeah, if it's worth a half decent amount of money, this is one potentially of the best passive incomes I've ever done. I've still got those original bales from the episode when I first ever put them in. And that, from a game point of view, was months and months ago. I mean, maybe even nearly 12 months ago. Yeah. Oh, what are you doing, mate? Right, let's get these loaded on as well. Right, that's that done. This traffic wasn't too happy with me unloading on the road. Yeah, hey, it doesn't matter. If I annoy the locals, who cares? I'm going. I'm getting out of here today. Just connect up the trailer while we're here. Okay. Well, that's it now for the sheep. So we'll sell them from here. Good. I'm surprised I remember where that trigger was. Right. Select them. Decent amount of money as well. Wow, doesn't it feel eerily quiet in here now? Yes. Let's shut the gates at least. How strange. Alright, same again, we'll leave the John Deere there. Let's run across the road quick, jump in. The final part of the clear down. Let's head to the main farm. This is quite a big job as well, you know. Compared to Somerset, the first ever kind of survival style series, that was easy. I only had about 8 bits of equipment to sell. So easy. This is just, there's just stuff everywhere. It's taken ages. Ages and ages. Now what's left over? to get rid of. Not really a lot here. I'm gonna have to give up with the slurry. I thought I sold the pigs. No, maybe I imagined I sold the pigs. Well, goodbye pigs. Goodbye little piggies. Just in time as well. They've only got 340 litres of food. Right. There we go. Another completely, definitely quiet area, which has been pretty noisy before. Yeah. We're doing alright for money. $1,122,078. We're still doing pretty good. It's kind of strange selling a farm down. And I guess in theory, I mean certainly if it wasn't from a YouTube point of view, you wouldn't do this, would you? If you've seen a new map you like the look of, you'd just start it. You wouldn't purposely go out your way to actually clear everything that you'd done. So kind of a weird feeling, really. Right, so we need to get that forklift back here actually, don't I? Where did I leave that? At the field. Need to get this loaded up. No, I filled the trailer up completely, so what I've actually done is brought them over here with the little skid steer and tried to position them in the way that I can push them all in to get one figure. So this will be interesting. This is just a nice little bonus. Should be able to push them all in, I hope. Just about. What do we get? 4. Okay, not bad. So probably with a bit of environmental, let's just say 8, just over 8,000 on that. Now, I'm going to connect the trailer up. I should have kept that low loader just to get rid of this. This is going to take ages. Right, we'll take that down to the shop. And we're done. We are done. Yeah, there's no way. By the time I filled the honey up, there's also a bit of honey on that trailer. The lettuce and the tomatoes, there was no way I was going to get that maple syrup on there as well. That's why I dragged it all over. But no, I haven't actually strapped that, have I? And I haven't strapped that. But everything else looks pretty good. Right. This is overloaded. This is a fine waiting to happen. So once this is sold, once this is gone, we are just down to selling all the placeables, selling the actual farm. So after this point, once I've sold all of this, this will be the point where I actually make a save. And everything after that point I won't save. So if we ever wanted to, we could come back, we could buy the farm back, we just wouldn't have any equipment, and potentially rebuild it again. You never know, maybe in the future it gets abandoned and we can buy it back cheap. You never know. I'm always thinking way ahead when it comes to series. And there's a lot of things I didn't do on this, look, like that. Although I think that's flax actually, isn't it? But I didn't do peas. Am I right in thinking there's peas on Alma? I know there's a couple of crops on Alma, aren't there? Yeah, so at least I can still kind of get on with some new stuff. Anyway, I'm hoping that the wholesale market buys all of this. So much weight in this truck, it looks like the bed's got to break away from the truck. It's doing some funky stuff there. It's bouncing around and moving. This is definitely an overloaded truck. Whoa, mate, where did you come from? I'm not going to miss the traffic around here. Shocking. Okay, here we are at the wholesale market. I'm pretty confident they will buy everything that we have. This will certainly stock their shelves for a while, wouldn't it? Complete random variation of everything. Right. What do we reckon this is going to be worth? I think this is actually not going to be too bad, you know. trying my best to get it all in one go, which I think I have done. $68,231 plus £5 environmental score. We just made like £73,000 there, just by picking out all the off bits, all the offcuts of the farm. It just raised us 73 grand. Money is definitely too easy to make now on this series. This is not how I roll. This is too easy. But hey, we're just reaping the rewards of playing it properly for, I don't know, a good 60 episodes worth overall. And we're rolling in it now. Absolutely rolling. And also we're right by the shop, which has worked out quite well. So we just got to sell these last few bits. I brought the John Deere down already with the trailer. I've already brought the skid steer down as well. It's just ready to go. It's just ready to go. Right, and I left them running. Let's get on with all of this now. Prepare it. So, first thing sold. Sell the water tank. What have we got there? Okay, and the pallet fork. Sell that. 650 just for that. Look. So what I'll do, let's sell this one now before I sell the actual skid steer, just in case it jumps out of the trigger. That would be annoying. We'll sell that. Good. Flatbed. Let's repair it, repaint it. 2,188. We'll take that as well. The Massey Ferguson. This is a good bit of kit. We didn't get this cheap. So £20,825 for that. Oh, and it's quieter all of a sudden. Okay, and we're gonna. Oh, wrong button. Repaint that. Sell that. It's all worth a decent amount of money, isn't it? Let's repair that. 450. Repaint it. Sell it for 9,287. That's worth a lot more than I thought it would be. It really is. Now, this here, the reason I've left this last on purpose, by the way, is we're going to sell the bed because we bought that genuinely. But the truck is showing a lot more value than it should do, and that's because obviously I've changed the version of it slightly just to get that nice fancy logo, which Sloth kindly put on there for me, and I love it. But the truck is overvalued. I did write it down. The truck was worth just over 15,000 before I swapped it over. So we're going to sell it, but actually, although it shows a value of 34,049, by the time you see it, you'll only see the correct amount, which is what are we on now? $1.238,472. So that's going to increase by 15,000, and that is it. We have no equipment. We certainly did what I wanted to do, though. Certainly did that. We've got $1,256,521, and we haven't put the farm up for sale. This is fantastic. Right, let's have a look. Jump over to my mouse. Let's get going. I'm curious to know how much this is going to be as well, you know, because over the time, we've put a fair few placeables around. We've dotted them around. We could have just planted crop and harvested after all, couldn't we? Although we'd still be harvesting today, so that wouldn't really have worked, would it? Anyway, we'll sell the outer parts first. So that's worth 7,297. We'll sell that. Okay. There was nothing else, I believe, we placed on that field, so hopefully that will allow us to sell the field in a mo. And we'll just head over. In fact, no, let's head over to the spinnery, because I forgot we bought that spinnery. The spinnery is ours as well, of course, I did forget that. £24,317. Sell that. I like how it doesn't delete it, because that was part of the map, wasn't it? Would have been a bit weird if it just left a random gap there. Right, let's head over to the sheep pasture. Not a lot of money in this, of course, but wow, still 2,363 though. So that is gone, and we'll get rid of the little shed as well. Barely worth any money at all, but at least it's gone. What is that there? Nothing. Okay, and I assume we don't get anything back for these, do we? No, but I think I'm going to have to delete them. Okay, right, now we are going to have to of course sell these because it is replaceable. It will not allow us to sell the field without it. It will not allow us to sell the field if they were still there. So, sell 875. The shed, absolutely nothing. The pig, 23,379. Nice. The pig food mixer. The house is also worth 28,752. And then I'll probably have to just clear off the last few little decorations just so we can get the full value. Okay, wow. Doesn't that look strange now? Doesn't that look strange? It's definitely the end of an era. Definitely spent a lot of time building this up. How bizarre to see it looking like that. But I guess you could compare that now to how it starts out, which is basically just grass. Amazing. Right, I don't think it's going to let me sell this bit of property, this bit of land, because it's still got so many placeables. I just can't sit there and delete every single thing. It'll take me ages. But we should be able to sell these ones. So this piece of land is £33,088. This piece of land we should be able to sell 90,266. And then this piece of land 28,697. This piece of land is 29,478. And then this piece of land, we'll try it, but I don't think it will. Yeah, I thought it would say that. So that's 90,528. So I've used a PC mod in this one just so I can get the correct figure. So give me 1 second. And there we have it. £1,664,386. Wow. I am delighted. So delighted with that. This is amazing. Brilliant. So, I mean, hey, it's the end of the series now. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this whole series. Because I really have. Whether you have or you haven't, I've enjoyed it. And that's all that matters, right? But I cannot wait to take that money to Alma. This is going to be fantastic. And hopefully a really good new series and you're going to enjoy it. But what can I say? Thank you very much for watching. For everyone who's watched the whole entire series, I do appreciate it. If you haven't watched the whole entire series, maybe after a few episodes of Alma, you'd like to go back and look at the kind of prequel to the Alma series and see how we actually raise those funds. But either way, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, Edgewater, Saskatchewan. I've loved it. We may see you again But until the next time, cheers and gone.